It's good to be with you. Welcome back. You know who I am. This is the 10 a.m. Saturday Morning Coffee Club, and my name is Marcella Hardin, and I'm with Pastor Kevin Strata. I let him come in and spend a little time with me this morning.
You know, that used to sound good, but I then became a part of the show. Don't try to.
Yes, you did.
Don't you try to fool nobody else. It is not working. Well, I seem to see him there every week now.
Yes, yeah. I'm telling you.
As a matter of fact, you came in this morning talking about where your microphone at.
I know.
Right. Okay.
What can I say? And you know, I love meeting new people, and there's always new people that come through GMAP. And it's time for you to meet some of these new people. Hopefully, if you're going to be called a number 10, and that, hey, I'll try anything.
Yeah.
You call the number 10 after we have this interview with Miss Dianna Nicole.
Dianna Nicole.
Yeah, and
let me do it right. Let me do it right.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
All right, here we go.
Let me back it up.
You know, I love this part. This is great. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes.
Oh, see, I got that.
Yeah. Please help me welcome by putting your hands together, and let's welcome this gospel sensation, Miss Dianna Nicole. Yeah! Wow. Okay, y'all. You know what? I say, Kevin, ladies and gentlemen, I'm introducing Pastor Kevin. I get the big. That's it.
I understand.
I bring another guest. They be like, I'm trying to figure that out. And, you know, they just treat us wrong around here. Dianna, how you doing this morning?
I'm good this morning. How are you?
Oh, please, if you have to ask me, I must be slipping. Lord help us, Jesus. You know what, Marcella, how am I doing this morning?
You pretty good. I would say you good.
Yeah, well,
hey, we're up and breathing by the grace of God. We good.
No, that's right.
We good.
Well, you know, I'm so grateful that we can intervene. This was a spontaneous moment that we have decided to stop by the Saturday Morning Coffee Club, and of course, we thank God for the opportunity to always have guests in the studio. You know, that's always a blessing. You know, he said, "That's you. That's good stuff right there, boy. That's you. Yeah, I ain't no guest. That's you." All right, but you know, every week, you know, it's always never really. It's spontaneous. We never know when something's going to happen. You know, and today. We kind of talked yesterday, and I tell you, we talked. We almost talked to a point where we started preaching to one another. So I'm gonna leave that where it was. But I finally had the opportunity to speak to her, and right out of the Chicagoland area. But I don't want to take anything away from you, Dianna. I want you to be able to share with the people who you are, where you're from, and then give us a little bit of something about your ministry. I know your music ministry is off the chain. I'm a witness. So I want you to just share who you are, where you're from, and tell us a little bit about your ministry.
Okay, I always start with saying I'm just me, and my manager hates that. And she's like, what does that mean? What does just me mean?
Wow.
But I am just me, and what I mean by that is I just love God with all my heart.
Amen.
I'm a mother of 4. I'm a wife. I'm just the average person. And so I tell people that so they'll know, you know, I'm a singer, and I have CDs and stuff like that. But I'm a normal person. And if God can work with me and he can hear me, then he can hear anybody. Wow. Where am I from? I'm from the Chi-Town. I'm from Chicago.
That's good stuff right there, boy.
I grew up on the South Side.
Wow.
Church in Roseland. My grandparents were the pastors of my church in Roseland area.
Okay.
My music ministry, this is my favorite thing to tell because I think nobody ever expects it. But I never intended to sing.
Really?
Never. Nope.
Wow.
My family sings and they sing. I mean, they run all over the place and hit all the high and the low notes.
Yes, Lord.
You know, and so I always counted myself as the least of these in my family because I don't sing as good as they do.
Right, right.
And so I was fussing with the Lord about money a few years ago.
She said fussing with it.
You know,
I can understand
I fuss
Fussing
with
with,
the
yeah,
Lord.
yeah,
See, I need
yeah,
people to know that they
yeah.
can fuss with the Lord. Not fuss at the Lord.
Come on. That's
fuss
the
with
truth.
the Lord. It's
Yes,
different,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
So I'm fussing with the Lord about money. Like, Lord, you told me to be at home with these kids. You told me to homeschool.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough money. I need you to send some more money in this house.
Wow.
And he told me, the Holy Spirit said, Dianna, you're wasting what I have already given to you.
Really?
And I was like, ouch.
Mm.
And he directed my attention to this envelope that I had been stuffing songs into for years and years and years.
Okay.
And he told me that people needed to hear them. I'm like, those are my conversations with you. They're not for anybody else to hear. They're just, when I want to talk to you about something, this is what I do. And he told me
Fuss
to
with
release
him.
them. Yeah.
I didn't grab the hold of that. I didn't grab the hold of
with
it. Okay.
So that's when the people are listening to my music, that's what they're listening to. They're
Wow.
listening to conversations with God. I never sit down and say, I'm going to write a song for, this or that.
Mhm.
It's just
Okay.
conversations.
Now, I know you got a new project out now. Is this your freshman project or is this one of many?
This is my second one. So
Okay.
I have the EP that I'm doing now, but I had a single last year that I released. So.
Oh, wow. Now, the one that you're really, really focused on presenting to the people now is titled
Faithful.
Faithful. That's the single.
Yeah.
Okay, now, is the entire project complete yet?
Yep.
It is?
And it's free, actually.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Watch out. Watch this. Watch out.
I read that and I said the same thing.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
And see, I know that if you put this project out there for free, there's a purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you just came up with, because I know management,
Mm-hmm.
executive teams,
Mm-hmm.
even some ministries,
Mm-hmm.
they don't do anything for free.
Mm-hmm.
Marcella gets on me sometimes. Why don't you sell your sermons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The big ministries do it.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you put it out there to the for the people for free?
So let me tell you two things. One, people tell me I can't do that. You can't do that.
Okay.
You have to. You have to support your ministry.
Okay.
And so I know that that's a little, I guess, out of the ordinary, or maybe breaking the rules.
I'm in the wrong seat. I want you over here, girl. Let me get over in the corner.
Oh, get out of here! No, you stay where you at,
girl.
girl.
Move over. Move over.
She's a mess.
I'm gonna just watch, because this is
Yeah.
exciting how y'all just. That's what we do around here, I guess.
Oh my
I
goodness.
want her to be seen, because
All right, you're being
Oh,
seen
my
too.
goodness.
You're both there.
I
Okay.
know.
All right.
Why did I give it for free?
Yeah.
So I told you I didn't intend to do the music.
Right.
And I just stepped out on obedience and started doing it.
Okay.
But when I started doing it, I started seeing people's responses to it. Oh man, I went through a situation like that with my father. And what you said, blessed me. Or, oh man, that's where I am right now.
Okay.
And I need that. And so I began to see that it was a help to people. And what I find is the people who need help most are usually the people that can't afford it.
Right.
So you're talking about the
Wow.
hungry people.
Wow.
They're the ones that don't have the job. The homeless people, they're the
Okay.
person that don't. So you can't go to a homeless person and say, look, I got some food for you. Give me some money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's part of it. But then another part is because I don't sit down and write music, it's not work for me. I walk into my bathroom. I sing a song to the Lord about how I feel.
Okay.
And the melody and the words all come at one time. So it's a gift that God has given to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to take a gift that God has given to me
Yeah.
and ask somebody else to pay for it because he gave it to me freely, like
Well, you know what that-
salvation.
Really? Wow. You know what that reminds me of? Somebody used to ask me, why don't I ever take notes when I go preach? I said, because then if I take notes, it's not from God. It's mine. I sat down and worked that thing out, and I came up with what I thought was going to sound good to the people. Whereas when you get up there and just go spontaneously, you know what, God, we pray for it. God, just let me give to the people what you
Whatever
have.
you're saying, yes.
And when you go up, see, and people don't. I walked up to the pulpit one time, Dianna, with no Bible, no notes, no nothing. I just walked up to the pulpit, and I said, God, whatever you have for me to deliver to your people, that's what I want to share with them today.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost got kicked out of the church.
Where's your stuff?
Yeah. You ain't ready.
You say, I've been in his presence all week. I'm
my
ready.
goodness. So
ready.
that's what that reminds me of. And see, Marcella is a prime example. She tickles me because she said, I never wanted or never thought I would be in ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And now she finds herself quoting scripture, not even knowing she's doing it. See, that's amazing to me because it just goes to show you the glory of God.
Yes.
And you've rerounded on it. You're just confirming what we've talked about. You know, so when you sit up and tell me you don't go and sit down and write out this and write out that, you just ultimately end up singing. You know, you gonna sing for us? I just thought I'd slide that in there while we was on the subject. You know, but I want to do this. A lot of people, a lot of people don't know a lot of the intimate details about you, and I want to make sure that they are aware that we're going to be calling you back first and foremost because we want to get deep.
Okay.
And then we're going to call you back and have what we call a CD project listening party.
Yeah.
Okay? We want to be able to break down some snippets of every song on your project.
Okay.
So they can feel the real you.
Okay.
See, out of one song, maybe two, they're not getting all of you.
Okay.
That's just like hearing one message from me, and Lord knows I got a whole lot more than one. Stop it. We come up with
Watch out. Be careful. Be careful.
We come up with a new message every week.
I didn't want to throw that in. That's all we do. We get on a topic and then that's it.
Yep. Every week we come up with a new message, and I take that message right over there into the sanctuary and bring it to God's people. That's how we operate. So I want to do this. I want you to get more into telling us a little bit about the music ministry, and I want you to break the single down that you've currently released. How did that one come about? What were you doing? What were you thinking? What was your mindset?
Faithful was a Saturday morning, so I do this thing where I'm asleep, but then the Lord kind of wakes me up, so I'm kind of half awake and half asleep,
Okay.
and the music is just there.
Okay.
It's just there. And so Faithful, when he told me to be obedient and release the music, this song had come right before that season. And so I didn't realize that the Lord was giving me the song that I would need to help me push through, but that's what he was doing. So I ended up being obedient to what the Lord had said, and I wasn't seeing any fruit at first. Like, you start singing and you think, oh, I got my project done.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
everybody's going to listen to it. Everybody's going to accept it. And people were telling me, like, I don't think that's your gift. I don't think this is your ministry.
Really?
Some people, were positive, but some people were like, "No." Well, and where'd you get that music? And what kind of music is that? Is this gospel? Like, what? You don't want to, spice it up a little bit. And so, anyway, I had to sing "Faithful" as an anthem over my life. No matter what I heard, no matter what I saw, Lord, I'm not living by what I see. I'm living by what you promised me. You told me to release these songs. You told me to release this music. And so if I'm walking by what I see, no money, no fruit, not people agreeing, just, let me, no. What are you doing?
Wow.
I had to say, faithful God. Faithful God. He's a faithful God. I've seen him in this be faithful. He's going to be faithful in it. So it was an anthem for my life when I was going through the season.
I'm going
to
stop you right there for just a minute. This is good stuff. And that's what we do here. And we thank God for you taking time out to stop by. I know you're going to be enjoying the show tonight, but I'm going to get stuck on faithful for a minute. First and foremost, how can you step out on faith if you can see it? That's a question. If you claim you're stepping out on faith, there is no possible way for you to see it physically. Okay? The Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now, I came up with my own little faith, and Marcella loves it so much, I shared it with Marcella.
On the air one day.
On the air. And see, sometimes when we preach, we say, well, that'll hit you on the way home. Well, it hit her on the way home. She pulled over to the side of the road, got on her phone, and called me just to confirm what it was we shared. Now, I'll let you share what you came up with.
Faith. It just says faith. What is faith? For all I trust him. Faith.
Take the first letter in each word.
For all I trust him.
Wow. Pull it over to the. So when you tell me that you're stepping out on faith, when you tell me that your first single is Faithful, you serve a faithful God.
Yes.
How can you love God whom you've never seen?
Okay, we get ready to get it.
Oh, we get it now. See, y'all, I might as well go sit over there.
That's just to follow through on this morning's conversation.
Yes. How can we serve God whom we've never seen, but yet claim that we love our fellow man who we see every day? That's
And not love our fellow.
and not love our fellow. I'm sorry, and not love our fellow man who we see every day. I mean, it's like, wow. So faith, not seen, faithful, serving the faithful, it all ties together to me. I think the Bible is a circle. People kind of get me all twisted up on that. How can the Bible be a circle? Well, I really want to play it, but I know if I play that one, I'm going to have to play the next. I've heard the entire project, and I have been completely blown away by what I have received.
Thank you so much.
And I loved it to a point where God made me reach out to you. I said, okay, yeah, maybe I'll call her somewhere down the line. And that was not happening. I was, you know what, sometimes it's all in God's time. And when I reached out to you, you were ready to receive whatever it was God had for you. And now here you are today, right out of Chicago. Now I say, we want to invite you down, Dianna. I was thinking about a phone interview. She would say, well, where you located? And it didn't get me that you were just right up the street. You're in Chicago.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get here?
Maybe about an hour.
About an hour. I will travel an hour any day of the week to do what God has instructed me to do. God has you on a mission. And your style of music, your style of ministry speaks for itself. I want to play something real quick, and then I'm going to come back to you both, okay? I just want you to take a look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this.
The thing I like about Dianna Nicole is that she's multifaceted. You can't put her in a box. She has so much versatility to her style and to her delivery that it keeps you guessing as to what's coming next.
So really, I'm just me. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, and I just really love God. So I never really intended to sing. What happened was I was fussing with the Lord about money, and he told me, Dianna, you're wasting what I've already given to you. So I was like, oh, well then maybe I should go ahead and be obedient. So I started singing. So I don't really sit down and write music. What happens is I just start singing to the Lord what I want to say. And that's how the music comes out. So literally when people are listening to my music, they're just listening to conversations between me and God. Change my mind, help me believe, so that I can see great things, because you're So as far as the music goes, I just hope it blesses everybody like it blesses me. And in the meantime, I'm just going to continue to do what God has called for me to do.
Well, I just had to, you know what, Marcella, I knew you would. And it's an opportunity for us to really sit back and look at the joy of the Lord through different facets of life. People really need to know that they can just simply be themselves. and praise God. You know how you hear people say sometimes, it's fun to lift up the name of Jesus. Marcella, you ain't changed a bit. We've been around each other for what? Be honest.
I'm not gonna be honest.
Be honest.
No, it's too long. Nicole, I think they could.
It's all right though. Black don't crack, and you looking good.
Wow. I'm gonna use that one too.
I know you know that one.
That's gonna be a message next week.
Oh, okay.
All right. All I'm saying is we've been around each other. We started on the circuit.
That's
we
right.
came. I mean, we were out there performing, having a good time, doing all kind of stuff in clubs, pig roasts.
Oh yeah. Well, we have traveled.
We have traveled. Family reunion. Now listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Marcella and myself had so much fun. The people that gave the event got mad at us for having fun. We had more fun than they came up to us and said, we hired y'all to come here and be our entertainment. Y'all can't. What I'm saying is, now look at you. And you speak, preach, and teach the word of God like anyone else. When you make a decision, now, Dianna, correct me if I'm wrong. When you make a decision to surrender and submit to the will of God, do you or don't you automatically become a minister of the gospel? Automatically. The Bible tells us that when you submit and or surrender, it's your responsibility to share the good news of God's gospel. Sharing the good news is ministry.
And I just think I got a whole platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's, I put that in my last ad. How can I use my voice?
Just speak.
That
As a matter of fact, everything that
tune
God
in every Saturday morning.
Everything that God
That's
put
all
into
you have to
existence,
do.
He spoke it into existence.
And you know what I want to say to you? You said something that really settled with me.
Mhm.
And that is, I didn't really write a song. I wrote my conversation.
Wow.
That's going to stay with me a long time because I've been struggling with that. And it's really, what am I struggling with?
Right.
Trying to write some song or words that where the words going to come from?
Well, they tell you that when you pray to hold a conversation with God, it's just talking to Him.
Well, I do, but I never thought about taking that conversation.
Well, that's where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going.
That is
Take
so
that same conversation and incorporate it.
simplistic.
Yeah.
You know how we make things so difficult?
But people put pressure on us that makes it
And that's
that we
what-
feel like we
yeah,
have to.
come on.
We got to perform. We got to
Come on,
rise
girl,
up to
say
what they're
it.
asking for,
Yes.
and
Wow.
we don't.
People.
I was
Say it.
thinking about how difficult we make relationship with God. We have gotten away from going to church, having prayer all night long, shut in for 3 days, reading the Bible, and just sharing with each other. We've made it this big job. God is simple. He's deep. He's deep.
We have put our love for God in a limelight.
Mm-hmm.
We have geared it towards people.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we want to perform instead of present. I go another message. We want to perform. We want to make the pulpit, which is sacred ground, a stage. That's what we're doing. We're not like we're talking about salvation celebration. You know about the salvation. We celebrate everything in life, but we never come together to celebrate all those things collectively. It's because we've gotten away from it. Marcella talked about it this morning. Why do we go to school every week and Sunday school is not a part of it? I think Sunday school should be a requirement.
It starts on Sunday.
Right.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You off on Saturday, but you go to church on
Go to Sunday school on Sunday.
There
See,
you go.
and we got away from it. And then the parents, they got even
absolutely,
slicker. Well,
absolutely.
I'm gonna send my representative, my kids. We're gonna send our. You see, so we've gotten away from it. Your image, that
That's right.
people will look at you and expect something different. What's that young woman's name? I can't even remember her name. She's not a gospel artist. Yes, she is. She's a gospel artist. and her image your image remind me of hers. Mm-hmm. No one would expect that. Now, is that just you coming out, serving Christ, or has someone incorporated that in you?
My image?
Yeah.
That's difficult. Oh, sorry. That's difficult because I'm not really sure what my image is.
Okay.
That's the first word you said. Isn't that what you said when you first came to the door? I'm who I am.
I'm who I, and that's what makes it so hard. I just came from this
That's good
conference.
Stuff.
They want me to be something or know what I am, and it's difficult because I'm just who I am. Well, what about your hair? Well, that's just how God made my hair. Well, what about what you wear? It's what's comfortable. Well, what about the way you talk? Mm-hmm. I'm not coming to be Dianna Nicole. I am Dianna Nicole.
Right.
So whatever image people see, whatever they like, I'm glad they like it. But it's just who I am. I don't have to change. It's too hard to change because then I got to remember what I did.
You didn't trademark that, did you? Because I think I'm gonna be doing a little stealing them. I am who I am.
I am who I am.
Don't expect me to be. She said, "I didn't come to be Dianna Nicole. I am.
I am Dianna.
So when I show up, what you see is what you get.
What you get. And the thing is that that's not really the case in the world today.
Right.
What you see is not what you
That's
get.
Right.
People are trying to portray something because they want you to perceive it as something else.
They send their representative.
Yeah, they send a or they put their representative on Instagram, or they put their representative on Facebook. And so then when you meet them, or even we're talking, I had a conversation with somebody, it's so bogus. I told him I didn't have any money. And so he did the work for me anyway, and because he thought that I really did have money. And then so when it was all over, he was upset with me. I said, "Why are you upset?" "Well, I figured you didn't have a lot of money, but I figured you had a little bit of money." I said, "But I told you when we started, I didn't have any money." I said, "See, you used to people lying to you. Mm-hmm. You used to people telling you something that's not true." I said, "But me," I said, "I believe in Jesus, and I believe that I'm accountable to him. I'm a believer." Mm-hmm. I said, "So what I told you is what it was." And people today, we're not living like that. We're dressing the way that we want people to believe that we are.
Yeah.
We're not just being us. We're being someone else.
Yeah. Well,
and that's how we're being with God, too. We're being something else.
And see, you know how they always say, "Well, God knows my heart."
He sure does.
That's exactly right.
He sure does.
So you need to stop fronting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. God knows my heart. Yeah, he know you're a liar. He know you. So, you're saying it, but be careful what you say. Mm-hmm. And I love the demeanor. I love the structure. I love who you are.
Thank you.
I mean, that speaks volume to me because what you see is what you get. Mm-hmm. People will tell you, they will front, and I always say, me and Marcella laugh about it week after week. I said, on Facebook, you can be anybody you want to be.
Yeah.
But then when someone meets you, who are you? Mm-hmm. Well, how do you know you're living in the will of God? How do you know God has changed? I say, how do you act when you're all by yourself? Mm-hmm. When no one else can see you? Mm-hmm. When you're all alone? Are you think you outsmarting God? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, well, I'm pimping God. No, you ain't. God allowing you to go through some stuff just so you can face the challenges that's around the corner. Mm-hmm. So he can pull you out.
Ain't no testimony without the test.
Can't even spell it. Come on, I say it all the time. So I love what you're doing. And, of course, what's next in store for Dianna Nicole? What's your next move from here? Where do you go from here? What does your manager has lined up for you?
Yeah. Well, my personal manager is my friend, so she just kind of does whatever I say we're going to do. She goes along with me.
Okay.
So I love the freedom in being an indie artist.
Okay.
Because nobody can tell me I have to, what I have to do.
Amen.
Sidebar.
Amen. Are you planning to perform tonight?
I wasn't planning to perform tonight.
Well, I know you wasn't.
Where?
Over at the Jacqueline Carr concert over at the Joaquin Community Church. See, this is not a coincidence. Uh-huh. It's not by a mere, Jacqueline Carr going to be at the Waukegan Community Church. Ooh, I got family over there. Ooh, I sing for the Lord. Ooh, now I got tickets. Don't take it by surprise. I'm just saying, things don't happen by coincidence. There's no such thing. That was a coincidence. No, it wasn't. That was a part of God's plan. So don't be surprised, because God has a purpose for you. Okay. You know, and people in this area, they all want to dress up. They want to be fly. They want to convince other people that they're someone that they're not, when you're just being you. Okay, you just being you, show up over there. Your family going to be there. Your mama.
My mama going to be there.
Your mama
You know her mama?
No. I'm going to know her.
He is going to know her.
I'm going to know her. I'm just saying. I love this because, I mean, I'm looking at Marcella. I'm looking at you. I'm thinking about me. I am who I am. You are who you are. Marcella, you ain't changed a bit. We've been together forever, and you still doing the same Marcella that you've been doing for, I ain't going to tell how many years, but for years. You know, so don't take it by coincidence. That's why it's necessary for us to just go. When God says go, go. I don't know why you decided to pick up the phone and say, those tickets still, because at first, knowing that I wasn't going to go, I was finna get on the market. I know what to do. I got tickets. There was, for some reason, I didn't do that. Trust me when I tell you, I can sell tickets.
I believe it.
I can sell a ticket.
Yeah.
You want a ticket, I'm going to get you. Matter of fact, I'm going to sell it to you even if you don't want to go. now, you know, that's some sales right there. When you sell a ticket to somebody and they don't even want to go. I ain't going, but I'm going to buy a ticket anyway. You know, that kind of thing. So that's a seller right there. So, I mean, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what you're doing. Yeah. I love your image.
Thank you.
I fell in love with your image.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, and to hear it from you,
I love it too.
that you're just you. If somebody wanted to reach out and they wanted to reach you, just you, you know, no fake or phoniness involved, just you, how would they do it? Are you on social media, email, phone number? How can they get your CD project? Tell us a little bit about that.
So on the website, DiannaNicole.com, Dianna has two N's. It's DiannaNicole. All of my contact information is on there. That's where they can download the CD for free. That's where they can find music videos and my email address and phone number. But I am also on Facebook and Instagram, and I fake like I'm on Twitter. I fake like I'm on Twitter.
That's good stuff right there.
All under Dianna Nicole.
Okay.
So.
Wow. So it's real simplified. Again, we know that this was a spontaneous moment. But I did make sure I pushed the record button because I wanted to be a moment that we laugh at many years from now.
Yeah.
We're going to come back at this and say, remember when? Because, see, Marcella and myself have been teamed up for a while. We are humongous visionaries. As a matter of fact, there's nothing that can contain the vision that we've been given. Nothing. I used to always say, well, in order to see my vision, you got to go to a drive-through. And you got to look at it on one of those big screens. Yeah. Well, that ain't even big enough. So we're huge visionaries. We're the only two people that I know that ride down the street flat broke and still claiming property. That's mine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. We got a plan for everything. Yes, we do.
I don't care if it's a hole in the wall.
We got a plan for it.
We got a plan for it.
But and this is different buildings. So actually, we own Lake County at this point.
Oh, yeah. This is ours.
Yeah. But see, I know God going to give it to us.
So all I'm saying is that's what makes all of this so unique. You know, be a part of what God has in store for you. Let the vision that he's incorporated in you flourish. Don't let no man stop you from doing what God called you to do. I don't care what they say. Trust me. I'd have been bad-mouthed, talked about, dogged out, degraded, devalued, disrespected, all in the same paragraph. And they just keep coming. And what that does is I allow my haters, because you got them, to be my elevators. So the more you tell me what I can't do, the more I'm going to do it. The more you tell me what I shouldn't do, the more I tell myself I could. See, so it's
somebody say why, and you say why not.
That's right. You know,
I always want to know why not.
Why not?
Why not?
You know, so keep
Ooh,
pressing,
Jesus says,
keep
Lord.
praying, and keep praising.
Come
Don't
on.
let no man stop you from doing what God, because it's better to allow God to let the angels rejoice on your behalf than to let the natural man take you down left field, take you down there. You don't want to go left, you want to go right.
And you know what? I'm in the company of somebody very famous.
Oh yeah,
Dianna Nicole. You're awesome.
show it to him in the camera there.
Okay. Well, you had it up on the screen.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, you got a better.
Yeah. And
Can we get one of these away?
Yeah. Get here. Give it to me.
Not this one.
Yeah.
She said that one is hers.
Oh, what?
Okay. You can. Yeah.
I have some.
Hey.
I have more, you guys.
Okay,
That's
all right,
that's two
here.
different projects. So I'll
Well,
definitely give you
that's
more.
faithful.
I just want you to know you just gave it away.
I got yours in my bag.
Look, see,
It's in the bag.
This is mine.
that's been.
This gonna be hanging up on my hall of. This is mine. See, don't be trying to see.
See, God has he replenishes. You know.
Yeah. You show you see. I told you was a minister. You a preacher.
I didn't know that. I'm still singing jazz on the weekend, Lord.
Okay. Well, you know what, Diana? I just, you know what? I told you on yesterday when we had a chance to talk. I said, just stop down. You know, we're not going to structure. We're not.
No.
All we're going to do is just come together and just have a little fun. That's why I'm not all tensed up and. Well, you know, Diana, thank you for stopping by.
Oh, he's good. Listen, I already know. I already know.
Well, if they want to hire me to do that, I'm for hired. I'll do it outside. All right, but I mean but that's not who we are. We come together week after week, month after month, and we just have. That's why some people just they don't know what to anticipate from us. You know, I love speaking, preaching, and teaching the Word of God. That's who I am.
And I love issues.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm praying for her every week. every week, I try to get her to the service every week. She don't know, but half my messages be about her. You know, you get some pastors up there. He done made it personal. But we thank God for you.
Yes, we do.
And
Thank you, Jesus.
we're going to make arrangements. The reason I don't want to give this project away right now is because I want them to want it more. I want them to want it to. I want them to listen in to the CD listening party that we're planning. And we're going to be just like we are now. You know, we're going to have a gang of people coming by. We're going to sign autographs. And, you know, we're going to give, you know, we're going to make a donation. And we're going to give them away. We want people, because we want people to have it to where they can, have you heard this? I don't want them to say, well, have you heard Dianna Nicole's Faithful? No. Have you heard this? You know, I want them to put it in, I want them to be able to put it in their face. We're going to do something special. And we want to be able to flood the market with it. So we're going to make sure that we call you back in. We're going to make sure we have enough to give away. Because thank you, Marcella, for giving this away. Thank you. I love you. And I'll let you listen to it if
I got a copy.
Oh, you do? Oh. This one? I'll let you listen to it.
You giving him the look. You better be careful.
Faithful.
You catching the look.
I think
I am.
I love Faithful.
I'm going to play Faithful.
Because
I'm
I
ready to play
am
Faithful.
faithful.
I know that's right.
Ooh, God.
Well, again, we just want to take time out. I mean, we just kind of just go sometime, and today is one of those days. I can't believe how time is flying.
Oh, what
but I'm
time
grateful.
is it?
It's 20 minutes before the hour of noon. It's yeah.
You have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're going to broadcast. You know what I think would be very, very, very nice? I know that I'm claiming the victory right now that Diana is going to be doing quite a bit of music ministry in this area soon and very soon. And that Saturday morning coffee club that's going to broadcast from
Get out of my head.
Yeah, I think we should invite you down, and I think we should confirm that. I'm gonna make a contract while we sitting here.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna use the back of an envelope.
Judge Judy said, "I'll write on anything.
Napkin. I'm gonna use something here. You can write on my hand. Anything. But I think we should. I think we should invite you down.
Pancake breakfast.
We're having a pancake breakfast. We're going to broadcast live the entire Saturday morning coffee club, and we want to garner people. We want to get them out there so they can see who you are. Your image speaks volume, and the reason I keep going in that direction because your image, it has a grasp on some of the younger generation.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times we always say it, but do we mean it? You know, are we really geared up for our children and our children's children? You know, if we don't take a look at what's going on around us right now, we're going to get the shock of our lives. You know, floods. I'm amazed, and people just seem to think I'm crazy over Puerto Rico and Mexico being hit at the same time with an earthquake and a flood.
And just think, is it Bermuda? There's nobody there.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Then Houston, Texas.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Florida. You know, these things are not I don't believe in coincidences. It can't be. This is that's unacceptable to me. God has a plan, and his ultimate plan is to wake his people up. Yes. And if we don't take time, I don't care how many times you fall. Marcella, you say it all the time. If you fall, let me fall on my back. Because if I look up, I can get up.
Well, I got a new one now.
Okay.
It's called If You Stumble, Make It a Part of the Dance.
So make it look like that's what you're supposed to do. That's right. I mean, so it just goes to show you that what we're doing, I don't care how many times you go left, get back on track and turn right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time, I tell people all the time, sin, you know, the trials, the tribulations, I always say, how many times, let me ask you this question before I let you
So
go.
you going to say that, then he...
How many times...
There you go, okay.
Hush. How many times do you hear people say, oh, I'm going through some stuff? How many times? How often? All the time. And I came up with a message. Don't get stuck in through.
That is your message.
Don't get stuck.
Down.
Everybody is going through something. Whether it's what we're letting the enemy do by sneaking in the cracks and crevices of our lives, of our ministry, of our mindset, we're all going through. Broke, no transportation, no home. Yeah. I always say, I don't look like what I've been through. But I put an exclamation point on it and say, I don't look like what I'm going through. See, people don't know what you're going through. People, you sit next to people in church every week, and they hurt.
Did you do a sermon on that yet?
No.
So now you're working on a new sermon.
Yeah. I'm going to use the other one.
Don't get stuck
in through. Don't get stuck in through.
I hate that. I just repeated that to somebody. That I didn't repeat it, quote, verbatim like you do, but I did say you stuck.
And people get stuck.
People get stuck.
And when they get stuck, they get stagnated.
Oh, my God.
They get stagnated, they get comfortable.
Yes, come on now.
And then they become content with being stuck, stagnated, in through. So that life becomes what they're going through.
What did I say about life this morning? Life is now. We're in it. Wherever it is you are in it right now.
What are you going to do about it?
Hey.
Are you just going to maintain? Are you just going to just keep going on about your way? Are you just going to just accept the fact that I'm stuck? You know,
some people don't know they stuck.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you, I'm looking at it. But I am looking at people who are stuck.
Some people don't know they're stuck, but everyone knows what they're going through.
Okay.
Don't get stuck
in through.
Think about it. They don't know they're stuck. Oh yeah, well, I mean, they're just admitting it. They're just accepting it. You don't have to,
Exactly.
you know, we get accepted sometimes, but nevertheless, we're going to continue to move forward. But
Nevertheless, let me say nevertheless.
Okay.
Nevertheless, I'm sitting next to somebody famous, and I want so much for you to again welcome Dianna Nicole, who I hope to spend a lot of time with.
Yeah.
We got this interview, but like you said, this is just
not
the
an interview.
first.
This
It's
is
not?
just us stopping by, hanging out with.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no
So,
I told you, interviews be like, well, Dianna.
oh, that's go
You know,
ahead.
how are you today? Can you tell us a little bit about your ministry? Thank you so much for that. I got a ton of questions. And no. We over there. We laugh.
I know. Yeah, I know.
No,
man.
this ain't an interview. We just hanging out. She's here. She's in the area. She's picking up her tickets.
And
She's going
she
to the
is.
show tonight.
Listen, get you a signed CD whenever you see her, wherever you could be. But I do hope very much to have her at our pancake breakfast
Soon.
See,
that's not
well, that ain't gonna be that soon.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on.
Anytime we hold off and do
No,
things.
you put it in your hand.
Anytime we hold off and do things, well, we gonna do it in about a month or two. Then it becomes a part of that stack. That all.
Completion or deletion?
Yeah, well, the stack, we push it over there,
That's
and
yeah.
this is the undecided stack.
That's it. Yeah,
We're going to get
that's
to it when we get a chance.
That's
And that's the undecided. No, we're going to put it over here in the stack, and we're going to make it happen. We want to invite people down, and we want to utilize the ministry that God has given you. And don't get surprised, because we're going to be a part of it too. Everybody has a unique purpose. Your purpose has been well designed by God to reach a certain. See, no one can touch everybody. No one. So stop trying, y'all. Stop being selfish with your ministry, acting as if God gave you the only ministry that's right, because we do it. Mine, come to my church. I'm here to tell you. Y'all know how they do.
That's why we yell.
They want to make sure they get out, so they got to resuscitate. They got to get it all. They got to they got to fill their lungs up with air so they can get everything out. No, I'm sorry. No. God gave everybody a unique purpose. Every man, every woman, every boy, every girl. Everyone has a unique purpose. He's given you yours. Who you say you were?
Dianna Nicole.
And you're just you.
I'm just me.
I love that. I'm not coming to be. I am. I'm going to use that. I'm not coming to be. I am. I like that.
Pastor.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
He got his sermon now.
Yeah, I do.
I do. Which one is going to be?
I don't know, but I'll decide before I get up in the pulpit tomorrow.
Well, okay. What time is it? We're moving on up here.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to hit on all the good things, but you know what? That's what news reporting is. We got something to report next week, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad y'all came out to be with us. Hang in.
Amen.
You know, this is the 10 a.m. Saturday morning coffee club, and my name is Marcella Hardin, and I'm just having a good time. I've been hanging out with you. I told you to call in, but you never. I'm going to quit telling you to call in. Just text, because you know, when we get up in the studio, me and Pastor and our guest for today. And matter of fact, don't even let me call her a guest.
No, she ain't no guest.
She ain't no guest. No,
you might as well forget.
She might have been a guest.
Are you? Look at me. I'm soliciting right now. Are you busy tomorrow?
You working on tomorrow already?
I am not taking. No. Well, you'll probably be in church, but I got a plan for you. We're going to do a round next month. That's going to be, we need to do the pancake breakfast next month, too. Like October. Broadcast live.
Oh, while you mentioning it, hold on. On October 28th, Toby's Tavern and Grill is going to be the host for the Striving and Surviving Cancer Foundation benefit. So for those of you who have...
the same?
That's October 28th at Toby's Tavern and Grill. Lonnie Givens and Moray and, I can't think, Ebony Band, I guess. I tore that up probably. But y'all know what I mean. I didn't tear this up. Lonnie Givens is going to be performing for this cancer benefit. And I do want to invite you to come out. And for those of you who have been in cancer, had cancer, and let me tell you, I pray to God you never have to hear the word, you have cancer.
There's another
I pray to God you never, ever have to hear that word. But please come out and support. Oh, okay, they sent it to you, huh? And see, that's just one. Okay, theirs is before ours.
Well, cancer is attacking, and a lot of times people need to hear your testimony. They need to know that they can overcome it. It doesn't stop. It's not going to stop at you. Okay, and my point for saying that is we have to get as many of these benefits out into the eyes and ears of the people as possible so they can realize the importance of being able to conquer cancer. See, so there's another benefit. I every time I run across one of those benefits, I pick that up.
Okay, well, let me just give it a shout out. This is Eureka Temple, 1172, where we was at less than 30 days ago having breakfast. Here we go again.
Yeah, breakfast.
Me and Pastor will find some breakfast out
Anybody
there.
out there got breakfast? we eat at 1 in the afternoon. Eggs, sausage, bacon, toast, whatever you have. Just call us. Call me. You know.
This is Eureka Temple 1172, which is a part of they're located in the Little Fort Elks Lodge, and they're having their first annual cancer benefit, cancer awareness benefit, because we care. It's what they're naming theirs. And this is Saturday, October 14th. I think this is like 2 weeks before the one that's going to be held at Toby's.
Right.
Their doors open at 5 p.m. What they have, a DJ, food, door prizes, raffles, headdress, fashion show. And anyway, it's an array of things. But the real purpose behind it is that it's cancer.
Right.
The cancer, and we have to, as a African American community, matter of fact, every time somebody speaks to me, they want to talk about the fact that African Americans in this country are at alarming rates for cancer. There's all kinds of cancer. And I need you to know this. And I am inviting the American Cancer Society, whom I've been the speaker for the last 2 years, to make sure that you bring out some literature so that we can learn about cancer. Don't get me started. You know, this goes back to my scholarship funds. All these independent scholarship funds where we are supporting, and I'm not against the support for the Bachelor's of Arts degree, whatever that is, as much as I'm saying that we need to combine our funds and support and train some doctors. We got to do what we need. We have to build what we need. We need doctors. We need dentists. We need phlebotomists. We need forensic scientists. We need to step up our game in how we do our scholarships. And I'm just asking, hey, I always got something for you to think about. I don't have to be right, but I'm going to say it because God has given me the voice to say it. I'm supposed to say it. And again, let me get back to this, and then I'm done with you. Saturday, October 14th, the Eureka Temple 1172 is going to have their annual cancer awareness benefit. And secondly, Toby's on October 28th, Striving and Surviving Cancer Foundation is holding their annual fundraiser at Toby's with a live band. Lonnie Givens performing. Lonnie has lost a lot of his cancer, a lot of his family members to cancer. And he took this up a long time ago, and he has kept it going. And we all know somebody who has cancer, going through it. Make sure that you be an encouragement and love the caretakers. There's many people to be loved when cancer strikes. So that's it for today for me. What time is it, Pastor?
I'm going to play, it's about 4 minutes before the hour.
Okay, we're going to hear some of Dianna Nicole's.
No, we're going to hear all of it.
Oh, all right.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm not going to cut it short. We'll just play the program immediately following this song. All right? Fair enough? No? That's not cool?
It's good.
You sure?
That please. I have no problems.
Okay.
I'm in life. I'm living it right now. Living it right now. And I'm so happy to have met this lady and to find out that she got 4 kids. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this a music video I see?
What is you looking at? See, we ain't seeing
I
what
went
you
to
see.
I went to the YouTube channel.
Is it on YouTube?
Faithful's got a video? Oh,
You got a video?
keep talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to play the video instead.
Here, Diana, you end this up.
She's just too tickled. That's good stuff right there. I was going to play the single, the audio version, but we are visualists around here, and I love playing things where
That's because we're on TV.
Yeah, we are. That's right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me fix my wig. Fix my wig.
But all in all, we thank God for you stopping by today. Seriously, we thank God that you took time out to join us here at the studio. There's so much we have in store. And Marcella and myself, we're getting ready to do a few things that we know for a fact that you would be very instrumental. We try to reach out. To a variety of different people, different ethnic groups, different age groups, and your presentation of God's purpose won't be my presentation of God's purpose, and vice versa. And Marcella's. Everybody has their own unique way of presenting the Word of God. So you may save souls over there standing around in that corner. Marcella may be used to save souls over there, and I may be used. So we want to bring us collectively together, and we want you to be a part of it. So Marcella, don't if you procrastinate, I'll be up at Toby's talking about I got this idea, and it's gonna be your idea, but I'm gonna take credit for it because.
There's the look again. You better be careful.
Let me turn the mic off.
All right. This is my show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna come on his show Monday mornings, Monday through Friday. I'm gonna come on his show called The Morning Show, which starts at 8:00.
Yeah.
But right now we are just playing we flood the market with all new music. Those of you who out there who have music, make sure you get in touch with gmap1.com and get us your music. Yeah. But I have to remind, this is my Saturday morning show.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
I know.
My bad, but you the one that asked me to come on. I didn't request this.
Okay, I love you anyway.
Here we go.
Hey, Dianna Nicole.
In my mess, you've always made a way. When I'm confused and I'm deceived, speak clearly so I can see. Faithful God, faithful God, faithful God.
Jacqueline Carr, live in concert, Saturday, September 23rd at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Waukegan Community Church, 1016 Grand Avenue in Waukegan. That's Saturday, September 23rd at 7 o'clock p.m. Jacqueline Carr, live in concert. I'll see you there.